Okay, so hey guys, um, I'm really flattered at the amount of response that we got from the last video. A lot of recommendations, a lot of positive news, and I'm really glad that you guys have been able to connect with me, and I'm able to connect with you as well, and we could move forward on these videos. It's a really heartwarming feeling, and I would just want to tell you guys thanks very much for all the support. So on our last video, we touched on mental development in men, women, and in the family home. And in this video now, I want to build on that foundation. As we said in the last video, it's like building a house. We want to build on this foundation. And this video is about communal development, arts, and culture. Now you're gonna see me touching a lot on communal development, more than I would touch on art and culture. Only because not of one is more important than the other, but I really want to leave arts and culture to those who know it best. I am not a very artistic individual, and I don't understand a lot of the needs and wants of the art community and cultural communities. I'm a bit biased in that sense, so I wanted to leave that part of it for us to grow organically and grow together and really put the views in. I don't want to just give you all views and be like, I want my heart to be in it as well. So building on the last video of family, men, women, etc., the next logical step would be the community after the family, a group of families. And where do these group of families go? Most times you're gonna see them in South Park, you're gonna see them in Movie Town, in areas with cinemas, etc., food places. However, why don't we look at our communities instead of rooting our families out of the communities to go out of the area? Why don't we focus more on our community centers? In almost every community, there's a community center, believe it or not. Some in good condition, some in not so good condition, but let's not go there yet. What I want to do is increase the usage and accessibilities. The community centers are there, but you can pass a lot of times and not even have access to a community center, have no idea about how you go about accessing a community center. And the usage, all our community centers, well, most if not all our community centers are underutilized. And there are reasons why they're underutilized, because we have no programs, we have no initiatives in our community centers. These programs does not necessarily need to be something that is so extravagant and so overwhelming to the citizens in the community. No, it's simple programs that we look at to target effectively children, young adults as well. So I've been looking at after school programs that we can implement in community centers. These programs can start with school courses. Instead of you paying a fee to go to take lessons by teachers who teach in schools, etc., the renowned teachers, why is it that the ministry cannot pay our existing teachers who are in these schools, pay them an extra incentive to do after school classes in these community centers to benefit the communities? And obviously I will touch on this when I do education reform, but obviously these teachers should get preference as they are putting in extra hours, and it is not only extra hours for the children but extra hours for the community, and extra hours for the community builds to extra hours for the country. Teachers are really a backbone of our society, and I don't think we appreciate them enough. We can't have doctors, lawyers, accountants, construction workers. We can't have great individuals like these without great teachers, and I think we need to place a lot of emphasis on our teachers. After school courses, we should look at sport programs. What about cricket, football, table tennis, badminton, chess, checkers, karate, kung fu, sports like these? Why do we not have inter-community competitions where St. Joseph can compete against San Fernando, and San Fernando can compete against Oropouche, and Oropouche can compete against La Hoqueta? Why is it that we can't involve our youths, involve our adults, involve our adolescents in healthy character building competitions? I really don't understand why there's a lack of this in the community. This is something that is integral to the growth of not only children, but integral to the growth of us as adults as well. Now, yes, we can have all the community programs, sport programs, school programs, etc. What a lot of us fail to realize is that not everyone has a sense of, I want to put this in the most understanding way possible. Not all of us can afford certain luxuries in life. Some of us luxuries are afforded to us a lot easier than others. Some of us aren't afforded those luxuries, etc. On a Sunday afternoon, usually you think of a Sunday as a family day, a church day, a temple day, a mosque day, a family-oriented day. Why on a Sunday afternoon we can't promote a Sunday afternoon fun day and movie in our communities, in our community centers? We need to remember that not all of us can afford to pay $45 to $50 to purchase a ticket to go to the cinema. A lot of us cannot afford to do that, and it's not one individual, it's a family. So you're going to look at a mean of $200 to $250. Sometimes that is not even including food and drink. It adds up, and in a family who is living paycheck to paycheck and is straying, $250 is a lot that they could put toward their grocery bill, which we all know is a big bill by itself. So that is something that I wanted to promote, a fun day on a Sunday, a family day. Nothing extravagant, but something to really bring families closer together. Spend time with the family, spend time in the communities. As well, I know there are health centers for this, and a lot of times a lot of blood drives and vaccinations are done in health centers. However, whilst we have these events that go on in our community centers, I don't see why we cannot use our community centers for blood drives and vaccinations. And now blood drives are something I find is very under pushed in Trinidad. The ability to be able to give a pint of blood to a family member or a total stranger on a voluntary basis is something that I think every single one of us as Trinidadians should want to do. It is something that benefits a total stranger without any gain to us. It's something that we can give to our community, give to our country. So I think blood drives should, we should have an opportunity to have them in a lot more areas. Another program I would like to heavily push is Communal Crime Watch and a development program. Now this Community Crime Watch, there's a lot of crime watch in programs in communities already, so this is nothing new. However, the development program, I'm not aware of this program being available in communities and in community centers. Essentially, this development program would be put together, and I wouldn't say run, because these initiatives should be monitored and operated by the ministry. However, we need the residents of the community to play a big role, a big vital role in this initiative. So we want members of the community to be able to help inform our counties and inform our boroughs and inform our members of parliament of what are the actual issues that we are facing in the community here today. We need proper roads, we need proper drainage, we need sidewalks, we need proper lighting, etc. as the case may be. These things only residents that live in an area can effectively tell you what is the problem in the area. You cannot take someone from out of the area and place them there for 2 days and expect to get an accurate report. No, it does not work. We need our citizens who suffer on the roads every day heading to and from work to really give us an idea of what it is that's affecting them in their community. And again, I want to reiterate the fact that yes, we need the involvement of the members of the community. However, it needs to be monitored and operated by the ministry themselves. Now, we spoke about workshops for kids, adolescents, etc., school courses. why do we not cater to our adults in society? Why do we think that, okay, we leave school or we finish a degree, if we do a degree, and we don't need to take care of our adults after that? I find personally that trend of thought extremely absurd and extremely foolish. Why it is that we have to pay exorbitant fees to foreigners to learn a second language when we should mandatorily have a second language in our country? Being in the Latin American hemisphere, we should have Spanish as our custom second language, not because of it's just something that we want to do, but because it makes us as a people more marketable. It makes us more understanding to cultures, right? To embrace new cultures. Venezuela is literally a stone throw away, and we can't even communicate with the people that comes across. I see that as a big problem. So that's an initiative I want to put. Why can't we have second languages being taught in our communities for adults, conversational classes? Why don't we have skills? For example, we look at communities. This community here might be an agricultural community. Why do we not have hydroponic courses being taught? Why do we not have farming courses being taught? This other community may be a work-based community, a business community. Why do we not have small business courses, business management courses being taught, introductory courses, just to give adults an idea, help our general population educate themselves? And then we have the fun stuff. Why don't we have dance classes? You see a lot of times there are belly dance classes that people like to do, paintings, pottery. Why do we not have classes like this to not only promote the serious stuff in life, but promote the fun, lighter side and things? Why can't we focus on our adults and give them some sort of recreation that does not cost a leg and an arm? It's all about being economical in these times, and even in times that we can't afford to be a little more luxurious. But cost has a lot to do with things. Open up our community centers to young entrepreneurs, to young individuals, to micro businesses, small businesses. Let them be able to rent the premises at an affordable price, which would help the community centers be able to keep themselves. Let them offer their services. Let's have functions in our community centers. Let's again increase usage in our community centers. I just find that they're sorely underutilized, and it is such a big attraction that we can use our community centers for. Now, in communal development, we have to tie in arts and culture, because again, a group of families coming together of different beliefs, backgrounds, etc. So I would like to create a community art arm, and in this community art arm, we're going to use art as a very wide scope. We're going to use art as normal painting, etc. I consider mechanical a form of art as well. So why can't we have so many holidays in Trinidad, albeit religious, non-religious. We have a ridiculous amount of holidays. Why is it that we cannot have holiday art competitions? We have art competitions for Christmas, Easter, Eid al-Fitr, Diwali, Chinese holiday, Shouts Baptist Day, Independence Republic Day. Why can't we have a communal art competition and see which of our communities, possess some of these innovative and some of these imaginative designs that can carry our country forward? To bridge that concept of art, yes, a lot of people may be like, no, art is not important, that doesn't get you through life. But it gives life a different perspective, it gives life a different meaning, and I think it's something that we should really focus on. Again, I don't only want this to be painting and sculpting, etc. I think we should pioneer new routes. Why are we not focusing on robotics and mechanical, etc.? Now, I'm not going to get into that very much because I'm going to touch on that in educational reform, so just bear with me a little bit. As well, each community center must have heritage, culture and art openly displayed, from our rediscovery, pre and post Amerindians, till current dates. Each community center should have all the prime ministers, presidents and attorney generals that Trinidad and Tobago has had. And we should also have former ministers as well. It is very disappointing to see videos online where a lot of our population does not know what our national bird is, and it is very disappointing to say that, and that is just one of the issues. They do not know who the prime minister is, who the president is, who the attorney general is. It is very, very disappointing, and we as a people do not know these things. I think every community center should have all these artifacts and all these information available for adults and children at any point in time to access. Libraries are kind of dwindling away. They're no longer as in existence as much as they used to be. Turn our community centers into a living, breathing library for kids, adolescents, adults, and even anyone else who may like to participate in it. Another usage that we can use community centers for, we all know of the famous ODPM, disaster management, whatever. I'm not even going to get into it. Do any of you out there know what are the drills or what are we supposed to do in the event of an emergency? And I'll just give this dramatic long pause for a little bit. I certainly don't. I have no idea what to do in the event of an emergency besides stand up in a door frame or in a tub or something like that. We need to have biannual training or drills located at our community centers and make our community centers muster points in the event of a natural disaster, flooding, etc. Each community center should be equipped with the materials needed in the event of an emergency. Canned foods, bottled water. Obviously, a lot of times you can't have these items stored on site for cost reasons, as well as you don't want to make these buildings a target as well. So you're gonna have a certain amount to supply your area, as well as even if our canned items and our bottled waters are there and we want to turn it over after a while it's been sitting there, we haven't had an emergency, we have events in the community, we can use these same items, have them sold for fairs and events, have it make our community centers a business, make it profitable so it can sustain itself in the community. And as I said earlier, you know, this is really a joint effort from individuals to families to communal development. And I said earlier that I really wasn't going to touch a lot on art and culture on the primary basis that I wanted to get more consultations with the public. I wanted you guys to come and say, okay, this is what I think we need to do for art and culture, and this is what I think culture is. Let me ask you guys a question. What do you think is the culture of Trinidad and Tobago? What do you think Trinidad and Tobago represents? What do we have as a culture, as a people? What is it? And I really want you guys to be as interactive as possible and really get back to me on what it is you think the culture of Trinidad and Tobago is. So together we can formulate a great plan to make it effective, make it attractive, and make it workable. So I'd like to thank you guys for the amazing support you have been giving, the amazing communication I've been getting. It really gives me an incentive to want to do these videos. It really gives me a reason to want to, you know, do my research, get this information out there. And again, anything that you guys think I need to work on or you want to hear more about, just let me know. I'll be more than willing to give you more information. And as I said, I'm following a really structured plan, so you will find all our topics video to video linking into one another. And as I said, it's like building a house. We have the foundation and now we're gonna go up slowly with the structure of the house. So thanks a lot guys for listening. Hit me up with the answer to the questions and let me know what else you want to hear. Thanks.